Good. All right, I'd like to call to order the regular board meeting of Greeneview Local Schools, August 21st, 2025. The vision of Greeneview Local Schools is to be a community of learners, community of success today and tomorrow, and the mission of the Greeneview school community is to provide an excellent education in a safe and caring environment, preparing every student to succeed in a global society. Mrs. Fisher, will you please call the roll?
Suzanne Arthur.
Here.
Chris Bailey.
Here.
Jesse Connor.
Here.
Scott Powers is absent. And Megan Smith.
Here.
We have a quorum.
I'd like to invite everyone to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Pausing for technical. Good. All right. I would like to entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
Mrs. Arthur.
Yes.
Mr. Bailey.
Yes.
Mrs. Connor.
Yes.
Mr. Powers. And Mrs. Smith.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Right. I'd like to extend an invitation for public participation on agenda items only. Okay. Looks like we do not have a presentation this evening, so we will move to the treasurer's report. Item A, approve the minutes of the regular board meeting, July 17th, 2025. B, reports. C, approve adjusted estimated receipts for the month ending July 31st, 2025. D, approve amended appropriations for the month ending July 31st, 2025. E, authorize treasurer to transfer $79,515 out of the general fund into the classroom facilities maintenance fund for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2025, 17th year of 23 years. F, approve the advances for the month ended July 31st, 2025. G, approve donations as listed. $60,000 from the Jamestown Area Foundation for the Library Digital Media Coordinator position. $10,000 from Jamestown Area Foundation for the senior trip costs. $40,000 from the Jamestown Area Foundation for the Library Digital Media Center budget. $12,000 from the Jamestown Area Foundation for the renovation of the Library Digital Media Center at Greeneview High School. $2,745.26 from Jamestown Youth Football and Cheer toward the PA system at Greeneview Middle School's football field. $25 from Kilbarger Insurance Agency for the Sierra Green Memorial Scholarship. $60 from Lorraine McKinley for the Sierra Green Memorial Scholarship, and $50 from Diana Jameson for the Sierra Green Memorial Scholarship. Item H, approve a then and now in the amount of $937.50 to Heartland Payment Systems for menu system software. Item I, approve resolution to require the continuation of a 5-year forecast. And J, approve treasurer's report A through I as presented. Mrs. Fisher, would you have any comments?
Just a couple comments. Under the financial reports, the commercial paper and bankers acceptance reports, those are required for us to present to the board every year, and those are for the reports for FY25. The transfer for the 79,000, that's an annual requirement because of the OFCC project we have at the middle school and high school. And like it says, that's year 17 out of 23. And then as I sent my update, I did put on the resolution to continue the 5-year forecast. I'll present the 5-year forecast as I usually do. I'll post it as I usually do as a 5-year forecast. And then the only thing that will change when it gets sent to ODU is they'll drop off the final year. So it actually shows a 4-year forecast. So I just want to make sure that we're transparent to the community and it helps us plan better if we have all 5 years shown. So I'd ask that you approve that resolution this evening. And I think that's all comments I had. Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, appreciate you driving. That would be good stewards in place for the future. Is it 5 years other than the lesser requirement? I'll move. I'll second.
Mr. Bailey,
Yes.
Mrs. Connor,
Yes.
Mrs. Smith,
Yes.
and Mrs. Arthur.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Move on to item 4, superintendent's update. Dr. Woodruff?
Yeah, thank you. So we had a successful new staff orientation before school started, actually on August 6th and 7th, where we welcomed 21 new staff members from administrative staff to supervisors to classified and certified. In fact, I did want to share that Ms. Yvonne Edwards, who's our new high school principal, said that one of the things that really stuck out to her as she started in her new role was how great our kids are. So I thought that that was something that I should also share with you. We also had a welcoming open day, and as part of convocation, we honored celebrations from the 25-26 school year. We distributed pins for service for those in their benchmark years. We introduced new staff and we laid the foundation for the district priorities for the year. So going really deeper with our teaching and learning work and the systems that we've built. But also really expanding on not just achievement scores, if you will, but what it looks like when we're doing our best work. So that will carry us in conversation throughout the year as we think about what our priorities are. And also how we're going to continue to foster collaboration, connection, and compassion. So kind of branding those 3 C's. I'll say them again: collaboration, connection, and compassion, to build resilience and optimism with our students, with one another, in our buildings, in our district, and also candidly within our profession. So that's something, again, that will continue in our work. And as usual, our open houses were all well attended, as they usually are. So it was exciting to see. I know many are sad to see summer to go. For us, it's exciting to see the energy and the families and the students in the hallways. Something to mention also related to teaching and learning is that we're going to continue our gifted services contract with Montgomery County ESC, but we're expanding on that this year. So we'll continue with Sharia Razy, who will serve in that supervisor role. But we have our own gifted intervention specialist who will be in the district every Thursday and Friday, working directly with students. So that's exciting for us, and that she will be a consistent GIS with our high achieving kids, and also planning with teachers in the cluster model. And lastly, for teaching and learning, I just want to share that Greeneview Schools was just awarded a $5,000 grant from Dollar General for youth literacy. So we will certainly put those funds to good use with instructional materials. Always keeping an eye out for grant opportunities and how we can supplement our own budget. As was approved tonight already, the Jamestown Area Foundation has graciously agreed to partner with us on another project to update our library. And what you approved tonight actually was the design services with SHP to begin getting like a 3D scan. They did that just last week. And next week will be our kickoff meeting to start brainstorming and talking about what that could and should look like. We're also prioritizing maintenance and grounds to include our athletic spaces this year. And I actually have a call into SHP right now, maybe to help us also brainstorm ways in which we can look at the property and utilize the property that we already own, and what opportunities could be available to us, especially as it relates to our practice fields that are on property that we don't own. Related, I also look forward to improved partnership opportunities with athletic boosters. And also there's been some outreach and there's been some conversation between the Jamestown youth football and cheer and the district and myself, and how we might be able to partner differently and also make improvements to the middle school field and associated things that are out there at that stadium. This year we'll also be implementing a new facilities maintenance guidebook. So we have a final draft that's kind of been in development for about 2 years. And we're able to have a maintenance custodial kickoff meeting before school started. And we'll start working in that. It should help guide our work and also improve upon really our custodial services as well as maintenance in our district, both at the building levels and at a district level. Also somewhat related, a special thank you to our maintenance and custodial staff our HVAC providers at REAP, Leppy Services, as well as Dayton Environmental for all of their hard work and responsiveness at the elementary school. And I'm sure that you've seen, we do have a new scoreboard that's up. Part of funding the scoreboard was the $5,000 that we won through last year's 5G lights competition. So I'll come back around full circle to that. But part of that went into paying for the scoreboard, and we are still waiting on wall pads for the multi-purpose building behind the high school. And so once that building is complete, we'll be sure to share that with everyone. I also wanted to share some information about the multi-purpose building that was also mentioned in the community newsletter, and update you on more details associated with that tonight. As we wrap up this building project, I did want to recap that all of the dedicated ARP ESSER funds, the $1 million, remember, that we set aside that was devoted to the levy project, or the ballot issue, if you will, a little over $1 million were allocated to fund that project. But that accounts for 85% of the total project. And then the district did have to pick up the remaining costs to ensure that we appropriately accommodated for students and to make sure that we met building and code specifications and got what we wanted out of that project. Examples include making sure that we had plumbing out there, and also a freestanding building. So there were additional costs associated with that outside of the full $1 million from those ESSER dollars. Jamestown Police was able to provide an SRO at the elementary, which we're super pleased with. Officer Tim Root comes to us from the Xenia area, but I understand he is a local resident. But also Officer Martin, the SRO at the high school, is going to be out for some extended leave. So they are doing some rotating, but they're making it work. Chief is even jumping in and filling in some shifts and duties. So we're happy to see him in our district and in our buildings as well. So good progress with that, and continue to partner with them. So it's been a good start to the school year, and it's promising to see them in our buildings and dialoguing with our staff. I also wanted to thank everyone for their flexibility and understanding, as it always takes a little time to work through the kinks associated with transportation at the beginning of the year. And even though Alyssa Rowe, is our new transportation supervisor, she's doing an excellent job, but with the extra twist of the bridge, and then also even the road closures yesterday. So she's flexible, but also our families, thank you for their patience as well as we work through that. And before I leave you, I'll come back around to share that we again are going to be participating in the T-Mobile 5G Friday Night Lights. Actually, that's my copy. We're going to kick that off tonight. Sharing that with you now that we will be, the competition will go fast. More information forthcoming, but please be looking for ways to spread the word and generate excitement. And we'll be seeking other partnerships who can also work alongside us, not just with the monetary awards that are available, but as we saw last year, to promote school pride and celebrate our schools and community working together. And the prize is bigger than ever. Speaking of $1 million, the final prize in this one is $1 million dedicated to a project in your schools. So here we go again. So that concludes my superintendent's report.
Okay, Dr. Woodruff, any questions? Anyone? Any members? Okay. On to new business. Item A, approve transportation agreements for the 2025-2026 school year. Item B, approve new business item A as presented. Entertain a motion?
I'll move. I'll second.
Mrs. Connor,
Yes.
Mrs. Smith,
Yes.
Mrs. Arthur,
Yes.
Mr. Bailey.
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, on to item 6, personnel. A, approve the following classified substitutes for the 2025-2026 school year. Secretary, Heather Lucas, Sarah Hudson, Angie Baker, Cynthia Rutherford, Lacey Womax, Sharon Keller, and Penelope Wheeler. Classroom/bus aide, Heather Lucas, Linda Thomas, Carol Mahaffey, Sarah Hudson, Kyoko Moody, John Morrison, Julie Dumalt, Lacey Womax, Christine Coe, Sharon Keller, Angie Baker, Laura Guess, Abigail Jackson, and Jenny Smith. Cooks, Susan McCauley, Joanne Carter, Sarah Hudson, and Carol Adams White. Custodian, Suzanne McCauley, Alan Pippin, Jeannie Sargent, Steve Morris, Rebecca Vogel, Laura Hanson, Nikki Butts, Joel Armlovich, Gary Cardosi, Billy Joe Travis, Crystal Phillips, and Carol White. Bus driver, Jay Brandenburg, Dalton Pate, Paul Thompson, and Sam Hook. Mechanic, Steve Morris. B, approve the following certified substitute teachers for the 2025-2026 school year. Beth Arthur, David Bates, Shelley Bestie, Ashley Bowling, Allison Corey, Sue Ellis, Sean Fleeman, Amber Grady, Kyle Gray, Andrea Guevara, Derek Heim, Sarah Beth Engel, Todd Lee, Heather Lucas, Barbara McCown, Carol Mahaffey, Mark Mash, Kyoko Moody, John Morrison, Diana Nestor, Amy Powers, Martha Rector, Deanna Reed, Chris Reynolds, Jenny Smith, Linda Thomas, Andrew Van Tress, Travis Van Zant, Jeremy Wellborn, Penelope Wheeler, Savara Turzunet Chodieva Wiseman, Sue Winkle, Lori Young. I tried. Approve the following supplemental coaches for the 2025-2026 school year. Kelly Fife, middle school athletic assistant. Teresa Hoyle, fall site coordinator. Teresa Hoyle, winter site coordinator. Volunteers, Kenny Lawson, assistant high school football coach. Item D, approve the following individuals for employment and volunteering contingent upon proper certification, background check, and completion of required paperwork. Certified Amber Grady, elementary intervention specialist, step 0. Emmeline Reed, middle school 4-5 ELA teacher, bachelor's 150, step 1. Carrie Garinger, middle school intervention specialist, bachelor's 150, step 15. Contract for 148 days. November 16th to December 19th and April 30th through May 18th. As unpaid day. Classified, Michelle Wellborn, high school classroom aide, step 1. Jessica Quatman, elementary classroom aide, step 4. Sean Collins, high school custodian, step 1. Dakota McKnight, elementary school custodian, step 1. Leah Rubio, elementary classroom aide, step 0. Volunteer, Melody Bass, high school drama club. Item E, approve the following employees for resignation or retirement. Katie Haynes, elementary classroom aide. Item F, approve a change in status for Samantha Fisher from classroom aide to high school secretary, effective for the 2025-2026 school year, 1-year limited contract. G, approve a change in status for Debbie Lee from bachelor step 25 to bachelor's 150 step 25. Effective for the 2025-2026 contract year. H, approve a change in status for Craig George from Masters plus 15, step 32 to Masters plus 30, step 32, effective for the 2025-2026 contract year. I, approve a change in status for Carolyn Jones from Masters plus 15, step 31 to Masters plus 30, step 31, effective for the 2025-2026 contract year. Item J, approve a change in status for Courtney Jones from Master Step 4 to Masters plus 15 Step 4, effective for the 2025-2026 contract year. Item K, approve a change in status for Kirsten Jacobs from Bachelor Step 10 to Bachelor's 150 Step 10, effective for the 2025-2026 contract year. Item L, approve personnel items A through K as presented. Thanks.
Good job. I'll move. I'll second.
Mrs. Smith,
Yes.
Mrs. Arthur,
Yes.
Mr. Bailey,
Yes.
Mrs. Connor.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, item 7, discussion only for any board member updates. Anyone have anything this evening? Okay. Item 8. Invitation for public participation on non-agenda items only. Anyone like to address the board? This evening? Okay, All right, you can just, if you would like to walk up here and just state your name and you'll have 3 minutes to address the board.
My name is Karen Hartman. I'm the grandmother of Amira Bryan. And I have an issue. Amira is not in school at this time. Her open enrollment was denied, as well as her sisters. We have made multiple attempts to contact the superintendent from last week to as early as late as yesterday, with no success of her reaching back out to us to see there's a serious situation. We need to know what we can do to move forward to resolve this. And she has all the answers, and we just like to know, where do we go from here? Where do we get answers? We have 2 students that need their education, and we prefer it here at Greeneview, but we need to know what to do.
We have someone back there.
Please, sure.
Oh, outside of.
Outside of, okay, yeah, outside of the board, meeting, yeah. Yeah, obviously, the presentation of the board meeting is not a back and forth. It's
Sure.
just you providing the information, so obviously we'll take your concern and move it through the appropriate channels and hopefully get to a resolution.
I would like something more solid than hopefully.
I'm happy to reach out to you tomorrow.
Tomorrow, can we meet, or are you going to do a phone call? Okay, I will leave you my name and number, and hopefully we can get this resolved. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, anyone else this evening?
I had a speech all prepared and the superintendent like took my fire away, so.
Oh, that's okay.
Good for you guys.
Yeah, told him I was ready to burn the place down. No, I'm just joking. My name is Brandon Maxey. I'm 2700 State Route 72. So it was really in reference to the practice facilities. I just had a question, like, so if they decided to sell the building tomorrow, where would the football team practice? And they said, you guys can't practice here anymore. We sold the property. Where would they go? Do we have a plan for that?
Mr. Maxey, I'm happy to meet with the 2 of you to answer your questions.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just asking, and the thing that kind of bothers me is that it's not a new thing. You know what I mean? Like, why haven't we prepared for this? Like, we've had this property behind the school. I don't know, when was the school built? And that 15 years ago, 20 years ago?
25.
So we had the opportunity to take that land and to build something, at least practice facilities, like we could possibly have a state championship soccer team, women's soccer team. We are the only school in the OHC that does not have practice facilities for their soccer team. Only team, the only school. Like, how does that make us look as a school district? That our girls are out at a county field run by Greene County Parks and Recs, falling in holes, like hurting themselves, because it's not a practice field. It's just an open field that they use. My son played football back there. He practiced back there. They got bit by bugs. They got shin splints because the fields were rock hard. And the answer we always get is it's always been that way, and that's why we do it. Why do we do the status quo in Jamestown?
It's not
Why do we not go for the? I'm not
Happy to-
saying that from you. I've gotten that from the coaching staff when we've tried to push to say, hey, let us work the field, let us do something to make it better. I even brought it up to Coach Haynes about using this out here and just having this reworked so they could use it. And he said there was too many holes in it. There was too rough. I get back in the day for practice fields. My only thing is, it's just, and I know that you're trying to do better. I know that you are. It's just everything moves at a snail's pace. My daughter's in 3rd grade. Are we going to have to wait till like she's in high school to finally get better facilities? Like, we can do it. We have people that are willing to help. And in what you said you're gonna meet with somebody and get a plan going forward. I'm just afraid
I
like,
also reached out to set up a meeting this week for us to start this conversation.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I talked to a person, that was a part of Xenia. And they talked about a varsity club where all the sorry,
That's okay. You just- yeah.
where all the sporting.
Still 17.
It's fine. You're fine.
Sorry. Where all the people like JYF, it would be like JYF athletic boosters, wrestling boosters, we all get together, we put a fund together. And they call it the varsity club, and they take money from that fund. Like they put $250,000 towards the stadium. I don't know if you guys know, none of the money came from the school at all. It was all fundraising, and a trust fund, of course, gave a lot of the money, but I feel like there's so much that we can do better for our kids. You know what I mean? Not just necessarily football, soccer, improve the baseball stadiums, get them, I mean, just little things. So that's all I'm not really asking for answers, more so just putting it out there that I feel like we can do more. Well,
Yeah.
thanks.
Thank you. All right, anyone else? Okay. We'll entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll move. I'll second.
Mrs. Smith,
Yes.
Mrs. Arthur,
Yes.
Mr. Bailey,
Yes.
Mr. Connor.
Uh,
Start.
I'm sure he would say yes too.
Mrs. Connor,
Yes.
my apologies. Okay, we are adjourned